are live.
What's going on, people? It's the Manic Money Finance Channel. I'm Crypto Corey.
I'm Money Mike.
That's right.
I'm your mom's
So
new
you already
boyfriend.
know it. That could be it too. I mean, you gotta have a sugar daddy, right?
Right? Oh, so how's it going today, Corey?
Got off of work, and then I come right onto the stream for you guys. So
Nice.
it's how it goes. It was a little long, but it is what it is.
Nice. Yeah, I got home a little while ago. I was able to shower and stuff first, so which is good, Need that.
Yeah, I don't know. I shower in the morning, so don't even
Well,
bother with that.
I also shower in the morning.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We
the
don't need
water
that.
is super expensive out here. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah. You see out here, like in New England, we got plenty of water.
Yeah, it's different. You got a well and everything, but like here it's like we're on it's city water, right? So it's not you can't even drink the water, but I have to pay for it, which is ridiculous, you know.
Right? Is that potable?
Yeah.
Is that what they call potable
They
water?
s- oh no, like they'll say you can drink it, but I wouldn't drink it. Heck no.
No.
You won't catch me drinking that. It smells like you smell like the chemicals in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. The chlorine, the treatments, the who knows what else they're
Hmm.
putting in it. You know.
So you got to buy a lot of bottled water out here for drinking, or like cooking and stuff. I won't
Okay.
use this water from the faucet to boil like pasta or anything. That's just bad news. So, how's the audio levels? Are we doing
They're
good here?
perfect. That's what I was just checking. You know that? You know when I do the thing with the phone to my ear, try not to let the
You
mic.
know the thing.
Yeah, you know the thing. And one day I'll just stop checking it because it's been solid. Like it's been ever since I got this new PC figured out and stuff. It's everything's just been solid, man. It's down to a science now. We do this enough, We're pros now.
We're getting there. We're almost, at 50 subscribers, and you keep flooding in. You guys are, you're catching on. You're catching on. You realize that something is special about this channel. It ain't, like the other ones. So
No, it's definitely not like the
gotta
other
get.
ones. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, like we're actually giving you some like high level financial education, right?
Yeah.
This is educational material, right? This is not advice. Big difference, right? Big difference there. This is educational purposes only.
Yeah. And people should be listening to us, dude, because like we were
Definitely not
both
like
what me and you were saying yesterday, your prediction on Bitcoin for today, my prediction on, basically the market rolling into small caps for the next year and money leaving the big magnificent seven
Oh
basically is
yeah.
already starting to play out. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, and that's I mean, like I was saying yesterday, I showed you what I was looking for, and I told you I wasn't in a trade, right? I wasn't gonna be touching any live trades until we get into the past the first week of the year, right? I have to hammer that home. And just because I see something, I'm not going to jump into it like today, right? There was some stuff that looked promising and then it just got walked on. Well, there you go. It's the end of the year, low volume. It doesn't surprise me,
No,
right?
no,
And
it's
if you didn't yeah, if you didn't learn your lesson, well, we'll see you tomorrow, right?
yeah, I
Keep on
that's
coming.
probably what happened over there on the stock market side of things. But I know I was like, I'm waiting to see a decoupling of the S&P 500 and Bitcoin. They both did this morning, and then around 10 to 10:30, they both started rebounding, and you had that V-shaped correction on both of them. It was kind of wild, man. I'm waiting for a decoupling. Lately, it's been kind of happening on the overnights because Bitcoin will trade down on the overnight, and the S&P obviously trades overnight on selective markets, but it doesn't really. Those orders go
Yeah.
in the morning, and yeah, it's just, yeah, whatever. whatever.
How it goes.
Yeah. So now we begin the crapshoot of small cap rocket smoke shows, which started today. And it's one of those things, man. If you're into one of them, when they pop, it's a life is good. And if it's on your watch list and you didn't get into it, oh, there's always next time.
It's really high risk right now. I mean, it's the end of the year. I keep saying this. I want to drive it home. I haven't touched any leveraged trades since Christmas. So just to get that into perspective, the only thing I'm really doing right now is I'm putting money into long-term projects. So like stuff I'm like thinking 5 years out from now. So a lot of the pulse chain stuff, I'm like starting to DCA into that. There's some, there's some altcoins that I like, so I'm gonna stick to that. Stick to the long-term stuff right now. We're not gonna get bent out of shape if we keep going down, because I did pretty dang good this cycle. I'm happy. Like I made some good money. So I'm gonna get prepared for the next cycle, right? We're already kind of getting that way. Things are a little bit overbought.
I don't know. I don't think Bitcoin's done. I don't think the S&P's done. Like I told you this spring. I think this spring.
I think we might have a little bit more, and that's pretty much going to be wiping out the short sellers.
That, and it's going to be the exit liquidity for the people who know what they're doing, because basically what's going to happen is your people's grandmas and grandpas, your aunts and uncles are going to start buying Bitcoin now through their brokerage and their financial advisor, and then it's going to dump, and they're going to be like, you told me about Bitcoin, and now it's down to 50K.
That'd be sweet. If we go back to 50K, I don't really see it like doing that.
No.
I
mean, where would be like the retracement, the realistic area of retracement after this last bull run here? What do you think? If we were to spread this out to multi-year, that's what you got going on? Multi-year, 2018, you got 28. Nice. Now, if you were to spread this out, where do you think would be the most logical retracement point from 100K?
Well, if you're just going off of history,
Yeah.
it should be the previous high of the last bull market.
I mean, let's look at a Fibonacci. So you think it's only going to get down to like 70?
That'd be in like the range. Would be like 70 or 69. I would say is probably the bottom. Might be a little higher, right? This is why I also think there is still some more to come here. I don't really think Bitcoin is just done yet. Do I think it's gonna chop people out for the next few months or so? Yeah. I think what I would like to see is that we go sideways and that we get this moving average, the 21, to come up and start getting near price again, because it's a little far. So, but then again, this is crypto, so it could just rip in your face as well. So
it's true. I got
23 hours until this monthly candle closes. So and it's going to be closing below the open. Right? That's unfortunate.
I'm going to go get water real quick because I just realized I'm super dehydrated. Should have grabbed it beforehand, but
should have done it, but I'll take it over for here for a second. So, do I think the Bitcoin bull run is over? Well, I don't think so just yet, right? Because why? You got all the influencers calling for a short right now, and typically when that happens, they always get wrecked. So let's look at where we could possibly retrace to. Right, look, we got that fair value gap, right? And it's right at 83, somewhere around there. Keep it on your charts, folks, right? Because there's a very real possibility we go back to this. So you got a daily fair value gap here. inefficiency in price. Typically, what happens is that we have inefficiencies and they have to be filled, right? We could take a look at a couple of them here, right? Look at the 3-day.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be multiple inefficiencies on multiple different time frames, all the way down to the 1 minute. Like I said, price is fractal, right? It's going to, like the patterns I show you on the 1 minute, they work on the monthly, they work on the weekly, they work on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, all of them, right? So there was an inefficiency right here. See it? And it got filled. Right? Coming back to here, right? You have an impulse. There's a couple of inefficiencies here, right? I'll look at it.
Just look at
See
it.
how this right down to the top of that inefficiency, right at the top, and it found sensitivity and bounced off. So these are some things you need to put on your charts because they do get filled, right? And how do we find a fair value gap, right? We basically look for the top wick of the previous candle, right? This wick right here and this wick right here. If there's a gap with this candle, right, that is what's known as a fair value gap. And that's an inefficiency in price. And more often than not, those inefficiencies get filled. So what do we have here? We have inefficiencies once again.
Ooh, that's a big round
Right.
top right there.
And you also got one down here.
Hate to see it.
Don't want to freak anybody out, but you have to put these on your charts. So we have some inefficiencies in price here, and very well could come down into these areas and fill. Am I saying it happened tomorrow? No. Could it happen in the next few months? Possibly. But when it does get into these boxes, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be looking for a long, right? Because I'm looking for sensitivity off these areas. Even if it doesn't come back all the way up to make new highs, I'm going to find a solid trade right in there, right? Because we're going to find very, there's going to be a lot of orders right down there, right? There's stop losses. There's also people with smart money like us that are anticipating price to come here. So we have our orders layered in these prices. So a lot to take in, I know. Some stuff that might be a little confusing right now because not a lot of channels go over this, but there's a lot of validity to the inefficiencies of fair value gaps. Inversion fair value gaps is basically the same thing but going down, right? So we're doing the inefficiencies on the bullish side of things, but there's also the same thing for down close candles. And what does that mean? If there's an inefficiency, sell side inefficiency, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, right? A SIBI, that's going to be, we're looking for a bullish retrace up into that area, then continuation down, say if it was the bear market, right? Stuff to look at. So, right, what we were talking about yesterday with Bitcoin didn't play out. We got that low taken out today, which is quite ridiculous.
I mean, the chart doesn't look horrible still yet. Like I know we were talking about that 92.3 range, but it really bounced back today.
Yeah, there's a lot of stop losses down there. So,
and on the daily, I mean, it hit 91.4-ish, and we got a head and shoulder type thing there. But then when it came back down, the low was 91.8. So we're looking at, I mean, it corrected back up, and I mean, it's still technically, if you look at the daily chart, it's not horrible. It's a flag of some sort.
No.
I mean, this is one of those rare instances of Bitcoin where if you back up to the weekly and the monthly, it's like, ooh, this ain't looking good.
And that's what's got everybody freaked out right now. But really, I mean, you look at the weekly, this is more like a flag still.
Yeah.
So,
But
and it could come all the way back down to here.
that 3-month chart, man, you're getting that rounded top though. It's it's interesting. So I mean, I still think it's got one more good oomph, one pop in it left, Pow. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, this kind of still hasn't played out to the measured move,
Right?
really. And we were expecting, I think, what was the low end was like 114,000.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I think we're not just done. We're not done just yet,
I mean,
So
realistically,
that's why I'm
125.
still, yeah, I'm still hunting for a bottom. All right.
Aren't we all?
Here, you got this for a second?
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about hunting for bottoms. I think that's what Corey's going to do right now. But yeah, it was I was talking about the decoupling of the S&P and Bitcoin, and that did not happen today. Those charts basically look the same today. They both cratered before and during the regular stock market open, and they didn't reverse till well after 10 a.m. Typically the reversal usually is right around 9:45 to 10, and today it took a little while, but I mean, ultimately it was it looked more like a healthy correction than anything. Obviously, the Corey was saying it's the end of the year, so it's really kind of a toss up. I think the selling is over. I think tomorrow being New Year's Eve and the markets possibly being on a half day, I'll have to check that. Because if the market's on a half day, trading can get really dicey. But no, regular hours tomorrow on the stock market. So, I mean, tomorrow will probably be a big old nothing burger, to be completely honest. I mean,
Yeah, we're still right at the we're at the end of the year. Smart money like us, we're professionals. We don't trade this time of year. It's just we're hanging out with our families. We're having a good time. Why do we want to work?
Yeah, I might just sell off tomorrow. I haven't quite decided yet, But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we got the 31st tomorrow. Yeah, aren't we gonna do a stream or something?
Yeah, is JR working tomorrow?
I think so. But New Year's Day we're not gonna be working. We're gonna go out into Moab. They just had the I don't know, I think did I mention this last night on stream?
Yes.
Evan he opened up a new crag. We're gonna go check that out. It's gonna be on my rock climbing channel, Glovich Corey, if you want to go check that out. Brand new spot in Moab, so it's gonna be sweet to go explore that. It's gonna be fun.
Fantastic. I'm probably gonna have to turn off my microphone in a second. Roommate's home. Dogs usually freak out, although it seems like we're doing good so far.
So let's look at some of the stuff.
But I mean, like, are we gonna go to midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow? We're gonna do like a multi-hour stream.
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, regardless, I'll be streaming, so it don't really matter. You know what I mean? I'll pop off of Manic Money and go solo for a while. Because I don't have any plans for the New Year's Eve. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so
Yeah, this is a great time to DCA, folks, right? You believe in projects. There's a lot of people scared, right? I put some. This is something different. I don't even know what is this PLS pad USDT. That's weird.
what the heck is that?
Yeah, I'm looking for I'm looking for some pulse, right? We're looking
Pulse pad?
pulse.
It's a pulse pad.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, so disregard that, folks.
It's some
You really can't find pulse being traded for USDT. I guess they delisted it on MEXC, I
really?
believe. Remember we were looking at it on MEXC?
That's wild.
So it's a little unfortunate. So there's some gatekeeping going on here. I still believe in the project, right? It's just hard. We're just gonna have to go on CoinMarketCap, unfortunately, to find the real
Is it on
some of the information.
It isn't.
Yeah, CoinMarketCap. That's how we'll do it. So let me bring that up.
So what's the deal with that?
What?
Like why would it be delisted on MEXC?
I don't know. I don't want to put any information out that I don't know the full story of. But just more FUD, you know.
Okay.
I really think they're suppressing this for some reason. I don't know why. But this has like a $900 million market cap, right? There's no reason as to why it wouldn't be on exchanges, right? It's a little strange to me. So, I mean, I wouldn't put all my life savings into it, but I mean, I would start looking at this,
That's a wild chart, bro. That's a wild chart.
Oh yeah, there's basically no liquidity right now.
Really?
Well, I mean, yeah, you can cash out, but it's much more difficult to cash out than, say, buying some coin on an exchange or going on a DEX and swapping, right? You can't just simply go onto a DEX and swap it, right? You have to use the bridge right now. You have to use the Pulse Chain bridge, right? And you have to send Ethereum and convert it to wrapped Ethereum. So these multiple steps will deter a lot of people right now from jumping in. But people like us that know how to move on Web3, this is an advantage right now. So there's some gatekeeping going on. I do believe in time we'll make our money on this coin. It's just going to take some time. I wouldn't expect anything. I mean, yeah, there'd probably be something in the near future, but I'm looking more long term for this kind of thing. And I'm still the same with Cardano, right? So I sold a bunch of the Cardano when it hit $1 because I was buying at 33 cents. I mean, that's 3x, so.
Okay.
But I still have a long-term portfolio with I'm not even going to get into how much Cardano I have, but let's, I'd have some good money if we hit over $3. It would be nice.
Oh yeah, for certain. That's crazy, dude. I mean, this is definitely some interesting times for sure. I mean, it's one of those things. Are you gonna be bringing up some other Pulse stuff, or you got another altcoin here?
We can look at PulseX, which is another one I'm putting some money into this one because this is basically, think of this like Uniswap, right? Buying Uniswap before it became a big thing. This is PulseX. This is the Web3 decentralized exchange on the Pulse network. So this is already allowing you to swap coins on the network, which is huge.
Really?
And once yeah, and this is I believe it's relatively new.
Yeah, I mean, what's up
So
with that chart, bro? And it's got good
yeah, I
volume.
don't know.
I think there's a chart glitch. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Well, that was the market cap.
Oh,
So PulseX is an exchange on the Pulse network, right? It's decentralized exchange. This is how you can swap your Pulse for Hex. Uh, you can get Pulse Dai, right? So it's Dai, which is a stable coin, right? We can bring that up, which is pegged to $1. So right now, Pulse Dai is currently at fractions of a penny, right? I don't want I have to bring up the actual chart. But in order for the Pulse network to operate properly, we need a stable coin. And currently there is no stable coin for the Pulse network. And there are some rumors, and that's all they are. They're rumors. And, of course, yeah, whatever Richard Hart says, it's still a rumor. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't put a lot of validity into rumors and news, right? Because it never really did anything for me. But long term, it could do something, right? Not short term. So there needs to be a stable coin for the Pulse network, and a lot of people are saying Pulse Dai is going to be that stable coin. Richard Hart has made it clear that he's going to use the money from there's like a pool of money. I don't know. I forget. There's people who are like, "What are you talking? You should know this stuff, Corey." But I don't want to like give any false information. But I know that there's a pool of money he's going to use to peg um, on the Pulse network to $1. So right now, right, I don't even know if we can pull up the right coin. See, Dai right here is a stable coin, but there's a version of this which is on the Pulse network, right? See this? This is Dai on the Pulse network, and as you can see, I believe this is the right chart. I don't want to give anybody like false information here,
who's Richard Hart?
right? He's the creator of Hex and Pulse chain, blockchain and stuff. He's like the guy who's made this blockchain, right?
Okay. What's he got going on?
Like like it's CZ with Binance and stuff. So he's I believe the CEO. I don't want to like once again I don't know my information properly, right?
I mean, he's
It's kind
definitely
of
the
funny, but
founder.
yeah. So right now this right here, what I'm showing you, I believe, right? Make sure I get the right contract address. Make sure pull this up on here.
I feel like it might be kind of important to mention this, but he's currently on the Interpol most wanted list.
Oh yeah.
Just in full transparency, disclosure, etc.
So
Does that not worry you, Corey?
there's a lot of that kind of stuff in the crypto space, right?
Yeah, I know the
To
Binance
gamble.
CZ's in federal prison right now, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Think of well, think of the stuff that he's doing is not really favored by the establishment. So there's a lot of FUD around this, right? And
I mean,
just because go ahead.
Zhao's out of prison by now. Now Zhao's out.
Just because we have something like that doesn't mean that if Richard Hart drops out of the scene that this isn't going to keep going, right? So just one character. That's why I don't put weight on news that much, right? What I know is that there's a new blockchain here. It's gaining some traction. It's gaining popularity. I'm seeing it, and we're gonna ride that wave, right? See where it goes, and it could very well go to zero, right? Very well. That's why I'm not gonna put my life savings into it. But there is a chance, right? Say if Pulse does gain much more traction, which it looks like it's doing, there's gonna be they have to have a stable coin. And once a stable coin is on the blockchain, right? Now people can start trading on the blockchain. It's going to be much easier for people to cash out or go to a stable coin and trade, right? So imagine if you get into a blockchain before it has a stable coin, right? You know how big that would be? That's what we're looking at here, right? So people want to say whatever about Richard Hart. I don't. This is why I don't go on news. I fully believe that even if Richard Hart were to disappear from the scene completely, that this network would still continue to continue on. Right? It's not just going to disappear.
Bold. Very bold. I mean,
It's a bold prediction, right? And a lot of people, they get scared. Scared money don't make money.
I mean, it probably
That's
would
it.
take a very small amount of money to actually like buy a bunch of these coins right now, I imagine. All right.
Right?
Where do you where do
Yeah,
you get these bad boys?
I mean, huh?
Where do you get these bad boys?
So you're gonna have to you have to go to the bridge first. I mean, I can show you guys exactly. I can't show exactly how to do it, right? I'm not
Not
gonna show you how
financial
to
advice.
connect I'm not gonna show you any of my personal information, but
I
what
want
you're
your
gonna
social
do
security number, Corey.
that, or they want my crypto wallet keys. That's what they want.
Yeah, well, definitely
So
don't show those on stream. I mean, it'd be
yeah,
kind of fun to like show like random numbers and say that they're like your crypto wallet keys, and then watch people try to get into your stuff. Just be sitting there.
so So if you wanted to do this, right, you're going to go to bridge.pulsechain.com, right?
Okay. I'm gonna check it out too over
I
here on the
got the
laptop.
wrong. Let me get the. So you're going to go to bridge.pulsechain.com. You're going to. It's going to bring up a window like this. Now, this is gonna make it for people who are not used to this. It was a little sketchy for me at first, but this is a reason why people aren't gonna be going so heavy into this. So there's opportunities here if you get around this learning curve. So see how it says run it from your desktop? You can actually download the Bridge software to your desktop, which would be much more secure.
Don't mind me.
Or
I didn't have time to mute the mic. Freaking two dogs that like get along most of the time just went after each other. Stupid.
yeah, we didn't even hear that.
You
didn't
didn't?
hear it. No.
I yelled at the top of my lungs.
So you're gonna click on bridge.mypinata, right? That's you're gonna come up with this. So right now it's giving me an error message because I don't have a wallet connect, right? You're gonna come up here and connect your wallet. You're gonna find your MetaMask, right? Works for MetaMask, and there's a bunch of them. I've used Coinbase Wallet and it works with this. So if you want, it's not going to be in this list. Oh, it actually is. That's interesting. So yeah, when I was doing that the other day, I couldn't find it in the list, but yeah, so Coinbase now has it. So connect your Coinbase wallet, and what's going to happen because I'm not going to connect my wallet. I'm not going to bring up my assets or anything like that on stream. But what's going to happen is you're going to need Ethereum to be able to swap to get Pulse, right? So you're going to need to go on Coinbase or whatever your exchange, your on ramp. You're going to put in, something small like $20,000, pocket change. Put $20,000 into Ethereum, and then you can now take that Ethereum, connect the wallet, and then you're going to convert that $20,000 into wrapped Ethereum, right? And it's going to take some time because it needs, I think, like something 90 something confirmation, which takes around, depending on how congested the network is, it could be around 30 minutes. So don't worry, right? You might see the funds get sent to another address. It'll leave your wallet, not be in your wallet for some time. It can be a little stressful, right? But what's going to happen is your Ethereum is going to now be transferred into wrapped Ethereum. What is wrapped Ethereum? It's Ethereum that is basically wrapped in the code of the Pulse chain network. So now your Ethereum will work on the Pulse chain network. This is big, right? So now that you have your wrapped Ethereum, the next step to this, right? And this is where I'm going to lose some people because they're going to be like, what? There's another step? Yeah, now that you have your wrapped Ethereum, you're going to have to go to app.pulsex.com. All right. You're going to come up with this page. All right. Don't be scared. Don't be overwhelmed now, because now you have your wrapped Ethereum. Now your Ethereum is going to be able to work on the Pulse X exchange, right? This is how you can make the Ethereum work on the Pulse network. So now that you have your wrapped Ethereum, you're going to go into the Pulse X DEX. Now it's a DEX, right? You've used Uniswap, you've used all the other ones, right? All the DEXs, Sunday Swap on Cardano, it's all the same, right? Now you're going to click on here. You're going to see it has wrapped Ethereum. Obviously, there's none in this because I don't have my wallet connected. You're going to have your wallet. You have to connect your wallet again. Now you're going to have your wrapped Ethereum. From this point, you can switch and exchange your wrapped Ethereum for Pulse. You can exchange it for Pulse DAI, right? See how this DAI is a different color than this DAI? See, check this out. This is the Pulse Chain Network DAI. This is how you can buy the speculative stable coin, right? You're going to use your wrapped Ethereum to do it, right? This is where you're going to get all your Pulse Network altcoins, right? So what I just showed you right there, I mean, not a lot of people are showing you about this because high risk, right? And if you put any money into this, you might as well expect it to disappear, right? It could, it may not, but it's high risk. It is what it is. But like I said, scared money never made money.
Okay.
So
that was
I have
informative.
pretty much I just taken my gains from Morph AI and I put it into to this DAI, the Pulse DAI, because hey, if it happens, it'd be sick, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it is a risky trade. You know that. I don't have to tell you that.
So typically, once you get your wrapped Ethereum, you'll buy Pulse, which is like the main coin for the network. I'd load up on some Pulse, and I do believe, so once you make your first address on the Pulse network, so once you're on the blockchain, the Pulse network will actually give you some free Pulse. I don't know how much. I have to go look and how much they gave me, but they'll actually give you free Pulse once you set up your address, so that way you can cover the fees. That's pretty dope, I have to say. It's pretty cool. So once you swap your wrapped Ethereum for Pulse, you're gonna
she
receive some
started that
extra
shit.
free pulse,
Who started it?
right?
Kira.
Did she?
Yeah, Fred came up and he was watching her eat like normal, and then she
She
freaking
freaked out?
yeah.
Damn. Okay, you little bitch.
So that's how we buy the pulse.
Fred
I'm
ain't
not
no
saying
slouch,
that's what
so
you
of
should
course
do. I'm not
it's
telling
like
you to
the
buy
dogs.
pulse. This is not financial advice or anything, but this is how I bought it. This is
No,
how
she
I did it.
got
This is a
aggressive with him. I was
documentation
like,
of my
Jesus.
financial journey, right? It's nothing else.
Usually it's
Educational purposes only.
But I mean, they didn't do
You know,
anything to
if
each
you don't
other.
know what you're doing, you're gonna lose all your money and then some.
She's not hurt.
Yeah, no, they're both fine.
So, is there any
Yeah,
altcoins we should be
Yeah.
looking at? Any low
Carla.
low market cap
I
stock,
thought you were doing.
Tomorrow morning.
anything like that?
Oh, I thought you were going to do a drug deal.
No.
TradFi.
Carla to give her Christmas present.
I
Okay.
believe Mike may have stepped away from his computer. So,
I had to turn off the mic. We're good.
yeah, it's just lagging over here.
Freaking dogs going at it. Stupid stuff over here, you know. Stressed
So
out
see,
now.
on my Coinbase wallet, I can pull up, see the browser, the little browser window here. I just go up into this search bar and I type in bridge.pulsechain.com, right? And that's how I can bring it up, because you're not gonna find it right in the list, because, well, you know, Coinbase and all these big guys, they don't want you to figure this out, right? They're gonna put this kind of learning curve so that it makes it more difficult. And then all of a sudden, when it starts getting listed on exchanges and it starts getting, it can be easily traded. Well, guess what, baby? The money's going to start flowing in. Imagine when it gets a stable coin. Imagine how much money will flow in. This is big, folks. If you can see the future, you could see what's happening here, right? It's basically still in its infancy, right? And it's going to take some time,
Goo goo gaga.
but we're in a long game.
Oh, man. Good times. You mentioned Morph AI. It's been a while since we brought up that chart, huh?
Yeah, it took my money. I haven't looked at it since. Why don't we pull it up?
It's been, you know, just kind of chugging along sideways, mostly sideways action. It'll have like a pop every now and again. It's, you know, it's on CoinMarketCap now.
Wow, yeah, that's actually a thing here. Let me pull that up.
Next step basically is they need to get an audit. We definitely need to get an audit. They haven't relinquished control of the contract, which isn't necessarily. CoinMarketCap isn't mentioning Matcha, but it's also trading on Matcha. But CoinGecko will show Matcha, but they show like a massive like price difference that actually isn't there. And
really,
yeah, it's not there. If you go on Matcha, it's trading for the same price it is on Uniswap.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, we're flashing 111. We're flashing all ones there, man. That's a good sign right there. 1111. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is, if you believe in some projects, like everybody was wanting a dip, and then when we get the dip, they start freaking out. It's like, not us, right?
I average down.
Not the money financiers.
Not financial advice, but I average down. But
oh yeah.
So this is one of those.
That's what we do.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those ones. There's a 5% fee, and that money is going back into, you know, basically fueling the project. So I kind of like that. I would like it to be deflationary, maybe like a 1% burn or something. But you know, it just wishes. You know.
Yeah, it's still in its infancy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's like, it just came out this month. Last month? What?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, this month.
Yeah, it's
So,
December, baby.
Come on, guys, right? Like, how else are you gonna find these new coins? I mean, you could go and pay some people for their courses, right? You could pay them money, and that's basically what I did. And I'm basically giving it to you for free. So you keep watching this channel. I'm giving you this stuff. All the people that are charging you money, I paid my money for that, right? Because I was like, whatever. I got some extra cash. I might as well put it into my education. Well, guess what? I'm bringing all this stuff to you guys for free right now. They're probably going to come after me, right? They're going to probably kick me out of the group. They're going to be like, hey, you can't do that, right? You can't be making your own trading group and trading channel with some of our information. Oh, hey, guys, I'm sorry. I just gonna help. I'm gonna help people out. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
If you don't like that, that's on you.
I mean, basically, the only thing Morph AI really needs is some exchange listings. Basically, we need more daily volume. So right now that that
Right.
price is not matching up with the daily volume. Remember, I said the 10% rule there.
Yeah.
Like that's only for like smaller coins, but that 10% rule, if it's above 10% of its market cap and daily volume, it's going up. But right now we're not seeing that. So, but this is a long-term hold. You know.
So, I mean, I don't want to knock anybody, but I mean, we did talk about Doge once, right? But if you notice, even the older altcoins, right, they haven't really been doing much, right?
No.
It seems to me, and this is pure speculation. I want to get that across because there's nothing really I can't. This is just from my experience from the time that I've been in the markets, but it seems like the runs that we were having last cycle, say like in Doge, Shiba Inu, the stuff that pumped last cycle is barely doing anything this cycle. Why? Because all the money that wants to make money, they're buying Bonk, they're buying Ponky, they're buying Whiff, they're buying Pepe, right? These are the new hot coins on the market. So all that big money, they don't care about Dogecoin anymore. They could care less. Like that's old news. Sorry guys, I have to be honest with you. I want you guys to get as much information as possible here. And if you're married to these meme coins, you really think that these guys say like Elon telling you Dogecoin's going to the moon, you're listening to the news on that crap and falling for it. I just hope, I mean, you learn something from watching the charts here with us, right? And you can have your own strategy. I mean, Dogecoin it did have its pump, but did it get close to where it was at the all-time high last time? Right? Let's pull it up.
Dude, I'm
Did it
surprised.
break new all-time highs?
Well, this thing inflates at 10,000 Doge. What, a minute? An hour?
It's crazy.
It inflates a lot.
So, I mean, it did get close to the all-time high. I give you that. All right.
Well, I mean,
So
he named Elon Musk the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. Like,
it's just nonsense. It's ridiculous, and it's not like I'm hating on the coin, guys. I don't want to sound like I'm hating. I know if you made some money off Doge, that's awesome, right? Because
Right.
you can use the same concepts that we teach you, and if it works for you, then that's awesome, right? But me personally, I don't. I kind of look for the new stuff because I see that it's more likely to run quicker, right? And I don't have to wait as long, and it's more high probability, right? Dogecoin, let's look at the tokenomics. Look at the max supply; it's infinite. That means they can print as many as they want. The same thing with Ethereum, right? Right. So Ethereum is an infinite supply as well, right?
Yeah,
So
there's a caveat with Ethereum. So when the Ethereum network is super busy, there's actually a deflationary, a burn protocol. So if the Ethereum network is getting used for tons of smart contracts, stuff like that, it could actually get to the point where it's deflationary. I think it happens when the network is incredibly busy. Oh.
yeah, so there's a burn mechanism that's built into Ethereum, but still, they were supposed to say like, oh, the fees were going to get less. They have become cheaper. I have to say,
Faster
right, since
too.
last cycle. but still, like at the peak of the network when I was trading Bobo was an Ethereum meme coin, and when I wanted to cash out, it was dropping. I had to pay a $60 fee to get out of Bobo, right? That was just to sell, right? We're not even talking about anything else. Like that was just to get back to the Ethereum network, right? So I had to pay $60 on I believe it was like a $1,200 trade, which is that's a lot, right? That sucks. I mean, if you're not holding for a long time, that's basically most of the money you made on the trade, right?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. So it still has its downfalls, right? This is why I believe there's going to be another blockchain, whether it's Cardano or it's going to be Pulse or one of them, because both those networks that I just mentioned, Cardano is a little further along, right? Because there's much bigger ecosystem for Cardano, but it's kind of been disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Disappointed with how Cardano has performed. I was expecting better.
Shit, Papa, you want to cover some TradFi stuff? Oh yeah, by the way, Doge inflation rate 5 billion per year. You want to?
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get married to these coins. I don't invest long term into them. If I do put some money into it, it's usually very quick, right? You've seen how I operate with the meme coins and how I operate with these small market cap altcoins, because there is a chance, right? There is a big chance that they could just get rug pulled, right? And we lose all our money. And it's probably the likelihood of us losing money is, it depending on the situation. If you don't know what you're doing, it's highly likely, with these small market cap coins, right? It's easy. If you're not buying the 786 and you're just buying the breakouts, it's easy, so easy to get walked on.
I mean, let's
And
be
that's what we
honest,
hope we're
Corey.
showing.
Neither of us are ever getting married. Oh,
Oh no, definitely not.
let alone.
I'm not. There's no reason for me to bring the government into my personal relationships in my life. It's a strange concept to me. I don't know. Maybe I sound crazy for saying that, but yeah, I don't want to. I don't feel like there should be a third party involved with my personal life, especially with someone I love. Right? Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Find you a state
Yeah.
that doesn't consider a ceremony a binding marriage, and you just go ahead and do it there. Have a ceremony. Have the family. Do the thing.
I mean, I'd still have a family. I'd still have a ceremony and everything like that. But I don't need a license, that we're just going to go down an area of where it's probably just going to be controversial. So maybe I should just cut it off right now.
Yeah. You want to get into
But
TradFi? You want to go over?
yeah, let's get into TradFi here.
I'm not even gonna go over the ones I'm holding right now. I kind of want to cover some of the stuff that started popping off today already. And I mean, Supercom, SPCB, SPCB. This one, dude. Oh, B, not E. That's a meme. That looks like a meme coin.
Right?
Oh, dude. Look at that.
Look at that pop.
Dude, look at that thing. It's insane, dude.
I think we were looking over this. Yeah, we got a target there.
Yeah, I mean this.
So go back in the stream. It could have been. I'm sorry, folks. We go over so many things here, but obviously, yeah, we talked about this on stream.
It's crazy.
And it's never hit the stop, right? If you had entered the trade, which was back here, you would have gone. You would have retraced. Oops. Let's see. you would have had to deal with a 20% drawdown. But if you held the trade, right, we had a stop loss of 26%. Currently, right now, that trade is up 60%. And if you took profits on the top of that wick, you would have had close to 120% win, right?
Yeah.
So another win we called out on this channel. I know we went over this on stream. I just can't remember when we went on, but yeah, obviously.
I think it was during the
trade out.
I think it was during the oil last oil pop. I was covering because this is an Israeli like cyber security company, identity stuff. And basically they've been restructuring. They went through a reverse split to get the stock price up there. And I mean, they're looking like cash positive now, net positive earnings, contracts. So, I mean, this is what I was talking about with money going from the S&P now to these small caps like this, tiny, tiny market cap. So, it's one of those things. And we were talking about it on stream and we showed you the trade. You might have had to wait a little while, a couple months. But, I mean, look at that. Insane.
Yeah, we set up alerts and everything with these red lines. So we showed you what to do. We didn't tell you what to do, but we showed you what we did, right? That's for sure. And that was a solid trade yet again.
And this is a weird one because it's an Israeli company, and it seems like anytime Israel's getting into the thick of it with some other country, this thing pops off for sometimes no apparent reason.
Yeah, this is strange times.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Israel's like a junkyard dog right now, man. They're just going after everyone. We probably shouldn't talk.
Yeah, and we got this curve on the 200 too. So this is interesting.
Yeah, wild day today. Wild day.
Come back up and start taking all the liquidity for the upside. Who knows? But
yeah, I mean, this thing could continue on into the new year.
Personally, if I was in this trade, I would have already taken profits and I'd move on from now, because right now that candle, first of all, is just so massive. It's creating a massive inefficiency. And look at the gap here. We have a gap as well. We have
where's
a gap
that at? The bottom of that gap.
Volume imbalance.
380 to 4. Yeah. $4.
And then you have a volume imbalance here as well. So there's that looks like, we're gonna have to come back to touch that 200 or the 21 eventually here. We get that golden cross, we talk about it all the time. Get the golden cross, come back, touch 21, then boom, we're off, right? And then we'll start taking all the stop losses for people shorting, right? That's why we had our target up here, right? Because we're targeting the sell side liquidity here. Or yeah, it would be buy side. It would be buy stops because they're short selling. So they're buy stops up here. That wick was insane, right?
Oh yeah,
insane.
Yeah, and I mean,
So yeah.
another one was BKYI. That one was I think we've actually covered that one too. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I talked about it. BKYI, BioKey International. They do like biometric security systems and stuff. Do we have anything on that chart?
No targets.
Because that thing popped into the $2 range today. I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Big money's folding over their S&P 500 gains, their Google gains, Microsoft gains. They're putting them into stuff like this now. Tiny market caps, just shooting them through the roof. It's insane. Insane.
Yeah, you got some gaps here, so
Oh yeah.
something to keep an eye on. Lots of the thing moves so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I was going through my watch list today, looking at this stuff, and I'm like, yep, exactly what I said was gonna happen. If people,
So yeah, I mean, we put this stuff out all the time.
yeah, if people watched the stream last night, I told them what I was holding for the next couple weeks, so I'm keeping that a secret.
Here, you got this?
Yeah, I'm keeping that a secret
So,
for the time being. I might throw out a couple later this week. I mean, I'm up today too. Obviously, it's just one of those things, you got to start being a little more secretive with these picks because we're basically just giving people free money. And that's it's not conducive to a growing channel, but it's one of those things. We'll still go over stocks like this, but I see this rollover continuing. I see 2025 being like a decent year for biotech as well. My 2025 list, my 2025 video, will be up next weekend for sure. This weekend coming up, I can't wait too long in the 2025 to post a list. Right now, I'm looking at 10 stocks, but I might expand it. Because I was thinking about doing 10 stocks, 10% each in the portfolio, but I might actually go for the full 20 because I was going through today and there's so many gems. You can't, it's hard to just condense it down to 10. I know that will limit the possible gains into the year, but so be it. I'll have a more diversified portfolio. So, and I'll be that should be releasing the end of this weekend coming up. So,
there it is, the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I still got to put my list together.
Yeah, the 2025 portfolio, I expanded to 20. So it's a little more involved. It means I'm going to spend less time going over each stock, but I haven't exactly gotten to the time on it. I know 30 minutes is usually like prime, but I'm going to have to only get a minute and a half to talk about each stock. So I might do a full hour.
Let's go all in. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you force people.
Minutes.
You don't put
like the sweet spot.
Don't put the tickers in the description. Force people to watch.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they like clickbait. Like something like,
Yeah, 10 times gain portfolio for 2025 to the moon.
But you guys should be watching. Like, you shouldn't just be looking through the tickers, because if you just look through the tickers, like, you wouldn't see anything that we're talking about. You wouldn't see any of the technicals. You wouldn't see any of the strategy, right? We can give you a fish, right? But if we teach you how to fish, you know that saying? It's a little better than, just me giving stuff to you. But we really can't do that, technically. We're not going to do that. We're never going to do that. We're never going to tell you what to buy or sell. You're never going to tell you what to trade. But we teach you how we trade, right? We can show you what we do. And we could be complete idiots. We don't know what we're doing, right? We can be complete idiots. So for all you know. So go back test everything we show you. Go back test it in the NASDAQ, back test it on Bitcoin, back test it on small market cap stuff. Do it all, right? I want you to go and do that with a demo account. Don't do it with real money. You're going to lose money. I guarantee you're going to lose money. You're going to lose in the beginning so much. You can go around and not take the hard road like me. Like you could. I know I can only say so much, and my mentor said the same thing to me, but I have a hard head, and I just headstrong sometimes. I feel like I know what I'm doing, and I just end up getting wrecked. So
yeah, and what if we drop
maybe you're like me?
The earth? What if we decide to go nomad, and travel the world for a couple of years?
Or YouTube just all of a sudden tomorrow makes a policy that we can't do any of this content anymore. It's they're not going to allow it. So it could disappear overnight, folks. You've seen what happens with some information. If they don't like certain information that's getting out, they're going to put a stop to it. That's all I say. And who's they? Well, the people who run the show here.
Yeah, there's a reason why people aren't allowed to do live trading on YouTube anymore. Basically,
yeah.
What did YouTube was basically saying it's like a pump and dump. If you're going to sit there and buy stocks live while streaming, you're basically
It's a market manipulation.
Yeah, you're inciting other people to do it. Blah, 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 blah. So, what can you do?
So yeah, they don't want you guys making money. Like the people who work like us, we work 9 to 5 jobs still, right? Sort of.
Mine's
kinda.
more like 7 to 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, I worked on my own hours as well, but it's people who are still doing the rat race, whatever hours it is, they don't want those people to get out of it, right? Because, well, we need people to flip the burgers, right? We need people to pave the roads. So they don't want this information getting out, and I'd really, I'm telling you right now, folks, it's only going to be a matter of time before they censor us. It's only a matter of time because we're not just like the crypto bros out here showing you the news like, oh, well, Michael Saylor, what? I don't even know how much Michael Saylor buys the top again. Come on, guys. How many times is this billionaire that like keeps buying Bitcoin, he's going to buy the top and, convince you to buy more Bitcoin? Come on. This is just a load of nonsense. Come on, guys. Are you going to keep falling for the same tricks, or are you going to listen to what we're talking about on the show and empower yourself with some knowledge? Right? Because we have solid we have stuff that you can it's tangible, right? You can actually measure this stuff. You can actually look at it and you have a concept as to where things are going. If you're just trading off of news, you might not even be looking at the charts. You just go in and you saw the piece of news and you're like, oh, this is great. And then you just go in and hit the buy button. You don't even look at the chart. I've done that. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because you can find success with that as well, right? But we're looking for a higher degree of accuracy here. We're not just some guy gonna push the buy button, right? We have a target. We're like snipers, right? We wait. I would always love to play the sniper in like Call of Duty. Like you can be the guy that runs in there and just guns everybody down in the room, and just get killed instantly. Or you can wait, sit back, wait for it to come to you, and you just picking them off, boom, 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 like you got the perfect spot, That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for our model to play out, and then we strike, right?
I think you remember me when we used to play Rainbow Six, man. I was the breacher,
Yeah.
Couldn't help myself.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike's he likes to breach. Which Rainbow Six is that? I forget. What was it? The classic one?
Siege?
Siege?
Yeah, remember?
We played Siege together?
Yeah. We when I was living at your place.
I love that
game. I remember I used to pick the guy who do the wall stuff, in the big ghillie suit.
I forgot that you lived at my place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. I was still playing video games at that time.
Oh yeah. No. It was good. We were both working jobs where we made substantially less money than we do now, and
getting fucked.
Yeah, it was it was an interesting time. It was fun. It's like those are the times that you you always look back on fondly. You're like,
I think I was still drinking hard liquor when you were there.
Occasionally, even then you weren't doing it all that much, you know what I mean?
You still didn't have my stuff together, so I mean that wasn't that long ago.
No.
That was really at the beginning of my journey there. So
I moved here
shortly
after that. Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't responsible, partying all the time, and still getting my stuff together when that was going on.
Yeah,
but it's crazy now. I'm like a skydiver. Now we have a channel. Now we're talking about finance all the time. It's crazy where life brings you.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's only gonna ramp up too. You know what I mean? It's only gonna get better.
We're just gonna stay on this path, and you know, the more people are gonna subscribe, the more people are gonna like this channel. It's only gonna make us better at what we do because we're just gonna keep doing it every day. And we're not gonna, you know, we might be taking some days off. You know, we try not to take any days off, but like sometimes our schedules get in the way. Like the other, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, we didn't do a stream because I was driving back from New Mexico, a 4.5 hour drive after doing some skydiving. I was a little tired. I didn't get home until like 9 o'clock, which is basically 11 o'clock of your time.
This is true. This is true. That'd have been rough. That'd have been late night stream. Like,
You know, if I had to, I'd do like a quick 20, 30 minutes. It doesn't matter.
right?
But I mean, I saw in like we said, we don't trade on Saturdays. Really, Saturdays, like we can go over some big stuff if big stuff goes on, but like Saturdays, you shouldn't be trading at anyway. So why? I mean, yeah, we can bring you some market updates, some quick stuff, right? But I haven't, like I said, I haven't touched leverage since Christmas. This is the holidays. This is probably the worst time to try to trade, you know? But if you're trading the demo account, I mean, there's something to learn there. You got something to learn. Something on mine.
Not me. I'm always into something. Can't help myself. Always into some stuff.
I used to be the same. That's why I demo trade. Like I used to like screw myself over because I felt like I had to be in a trade. But the longer as time went on, the less I trade, the more money I'd make. And that's a weird paradox there, right? The less you do, the more money you make.
Well, most people, yeah, that is the case. It's like the less they move money around, especially most people, they're doing, you know, year-long trades, multi-month swing trades. So,
Yep.
you know, just don't touch it. Leave it alone. But
I was at a time, Mike, I was putting like 3, 5, 6 trades, even 10 or more trades in a day of my early beginning, right? And then realizing that I was paying more in fees than I was actually making money. It on paper, right, I was winning. There were small amounts, but I wasn't making up for the fees, and I ended up screwing myself, right? So we have to be able to make up for the fees. As soon as we enter the trade, it's already in a loss, right? Right. You have to pay the brokerage fee, or what, you have to pay the exchange fee, whatever it is, right?
well, you don't get that with the stock market. It's you only got to cover the spread. No.
So there's some differences there.
Yeah, and if you're trading during market hours, like doing market buys, you're basically buying in at the current quoted price most of the time because the spread gets very close during regular market hours, especially if you're trading something that's very popular, NASDAQ, nice. So yeah, it's like that's one of the things. I don't know how it works for the futures trading. I'm sure they have a fee, but yeah. It's a little bit different on the stock market.
There's some like nuances, but you also have different rules too. So
yes, oh yes, no pattern day trading if you don't have lots of money.
But there is some benefits to that, I guess you could say, because it limits you to not over trading. And that's like one of the pitfalls as a new trader you'll fall into is taking more than 3 trades a day. I mean, if you're a professional, right, and you know what you're playing your setup, right, and you're just following your model, right? I don't like to do more than 3 trades a day unless it's like a crazy day. And still it's like, you know, 3 trades a lot for one day, right? I've been getting down to basically 3 trades a week, right? And I should probably be, you know, doing less. My mentor, master friend, does 1 trade a month. And that 1 trade pays for his rent, everything. Right? So there's multiple ways to play this.
Oh yeah.
There's multiple ways to play.
Like most day traders are doing probably a few trades a day unless they got that, you know, that winner first thing like SPCB today or Hollow. 160% gain around the day. That one was crazy. So if they get into something like that and when their first trade, they're out, they're done. They're like, I made my money. I'm gonna go,
Yep. Typically, I mean, you just go, don't even take my advice. Go back and look at the charts yourself. Typically, the moves happen early in the day. By the lunch hour for the stock market, right? It's over, right? Everybody's taking their money, they moved on. There are some occasions, right, where it's like super bullish and it keeps running, but those days are not they're rare. They don't happen as often, right? So that's something to take into consideration, right? So typically by 12 o'clock New York time, that's it, right?
You might get a little power hour action, they call it, from 3 to 4 p.m. right before the market closes. A little power hour. But
yeah, there is that.
Most day traders, they're out. They don't keep their money in the stock market overnight. They're just like, no.
Oh, no. They don't want to. You have to pay fees overnight as well.
So. No, on the stock market, you don't. At least not.
Really? I know the futures market you do.
Yeah. Regular stocks and stuff, man. Yeah, you can hold them.
Good trading spot, yeah.
Yeah. The only fees that you're gonna get are gonna be if they dilute your shares. That's gonna feel like a big old fee. They do an offering in the morning. The next morning. Oops.
So thinking, and not saying like everybody trades futures, but typically the smart money, like you just said, Mike, they are not staying in trades. Like swing traders are not staying in trades for more than 24 hours. Long-term traders, they're still, they're doing year-over-year stuff, right? They got long-term portfolios, obviously, but the swing trader who's either trading with margin or they're just trying to grow an account using a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, they're going to close their trade before the end of the day because there's fees for holding overnight, and typically we see a draw on liquidity, depending on what the market does. So it's more risky to say hold overnight because the next day we'll just find our setup and we'll play the setup. That's all. It doesn't see when you understand what we're teaching on this channel, you won't even look at price anymore. You don't care about the price. I don't look at the price. I don't care about the price, right? Unless I'm trading small market cap stuff. I don't look at the price. I'm looking at the setup. What am I looking at? I'm looking at where the 200 is, and I'm looking at where the 21 is, and I'm looking at where price is relative to that. I'm looking at the relative strength index, right? I'm looking for, hidden bullish divergence, right? Looking for that 786, right? I'm looking for a few things. But I am not looking at, Bitcoin's at $92,000. Well, I don't want to lie, because if there's a support level, say if we hit a high and there's some support, support and resistance is huge. That's another thing you need to be watching on. That would be the only time, say, if you were looking at price levels. But other than that, I'm not looking at price levels, right? I'm looking for my model. I'm looking for my setup. And that's a certain criteria, right? And we just went over that. And none of that is a specific price. So when you see these crypto bros or the crypto YouTube channel guys shouting out their price predictions and not giving you any technical analysis behind as to why the price is going to go there, they're just blowing smoke up your butt. I'm sorry to say, but there is nothing. They have nothing to measure it with. There's nothing. On this channel, if we say price is going to a certain place, we give a reason for that. We have multiple reasons as to why we say we believe it's going there. We're not saying it's going to go there because nothing's guaranteed in this game. But we have a certain criteria, and you see it. If you've been watching this channel for some time, you see our targets get hit. How is that possible? How is it that we are able to hit with such a high degree of accuracy? We gotta keep watching because we have you at that when you see us doing this, you have to come to a conclusion as to, well, either they're just BSing, right? I don't understand that, or there's something to this, right? The crypto bros are BSing you. We're giving you actual information, and how many times? I mean, not 100% because nothing is 100%, but we're above 50%, I would say.
Oh,
Well above
definitely.
half the time we're right. Well above. And I'm gonna be, modest about that. You keep watching the channel, you're gonna see what happens. But there's gonna be a certain point where you keep watching us, you're gonna say, well, maybe they're whatever they're talking about, they actually hold some weight here. Well, it does, right? Because keep watching.
Yeah, yeah. I actually
this is
got to go
insane.
through.
So,
I actually I'm gonna go through the video at like 5 times speed. I think one day go through, since we started streaming every day, go through like 5 times speed and just grab tickers, man. Obviously
we should just do like a video of like all of our, like we'll do all of our price, like where we were calling the price before, and then we'll have the after where it hits our target. We'll just have like 10, 20 of those in a row, and we'll put that in one video so you guys can see how our measure moves actually hit our targets. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and I'll probably put it to Tchaikovsky's Overture of 1812.
Some classical stuff,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe slip some like frames in there of weird stuff going on just to keep the viewers.
We can do our victory laps all day, but that's not really going to help anybody because when I see my mentor do some of that stuff, it's a little annoying to me. Especially like, I only want to, like, I'm not going to mention names, but one of my mentors today, it was like literally in the same day this morning, he was saying, I don't trade the last week of the month or the last week of the year or the first week of the year. I'm not going to touch any trades till then, which is like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's professional. But by the afternoon, 2-3 o'clock, he's saying, I'm going in the trade. I'm taking this move. Literally, let's pull it up. Right?
Oh, damn. This ain't going to get you in trouble, is it?
No, not gonna mention any names, but I'm gonna show you the position that I'm talking about, and it doesn't surprise me. So he was calling out this move right here.
Share your screen.
Yeah. So he's calling out this move right here, and I just already knew from like the very what we were doing. We were playing the 5-minute, right? And when the 5-minute broke above the 200, he said, okay, the 5-minute has broken above the 200. I'm going to use that 200 as stop loss, right? I'm going to play this flag. I don't know if, I don't know if he's saying he was playing the flag, but I don't have to go. I'm not going to bring up anything on stream right now because, I respect him. I've learned so much from this guy, and God bless him. If you're watching, like, dude, like, changed my life. So, and he's too busy to even worry about small fries like us, but didn't hit our measure move, right? And what did it do? It just came back and took the stop losses, right? And just, like, come on. I feel like, and I don't, I want to like somehow like mention it to him, but not have him get offended. Because when I first joined the group, I didn't know anything. It was hard for me, and I actually try to follow someone else's trades. Never do that. Never, don't even follow our trades, because if you try to do that, you're gonna end up getting wrecked, right? Because we're gonna exit before you, we're gonna enter before you, we're gonna have a different position. Everybody's trade is gonna be uniquely it's going to be, tailored to them, right? It's going to be completely different for everybody, right? So if you're just trying to trade off of somebody watching on YouTube, you're going to end up getting walked on, right? And I tried to do that. So in the beginning, I tried to follow his trades, and he'd flip-flop back and forth so much, and I would get frustrated because I kept getting wrecked. Well, when he put that out today, I was a little frustrated. I'm like thinking, well, you said this in the morning, but then by the afternoon, you go back on your word, and you set a bad example for people who don't know what they're doing in this space. I don't want to do that with you guys, right? You have to know when you're gambling and when you're actually taking high probability trades. And today when I saw that post, I'm like thinking to myself, like, dude, like you're not setting a good example for all the newcomers that don't know what's going on right now. And obviously, yeah, the trade got walked on. Not surprising. It's the holidays.
Boom, boom.
But am I looking for a bullish setup? I'm looking, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we're hunting for that bottom.
I'd be buying
We're
right
bottom
now.
hunting.
I'd definitely be buying right now.
Buy that fear. If you're buying spot, like this is a beautiful time.
It keeps
right
stepping
now
up on the lows, like the low keeps stepping up. Better support.
And like we said, that fair value gap is at the $83,000 range. So that is on the table, right? We got the Thanksgiving dinner, everything. We got the stuffing, the turkey. You got the mashed potatoes and the gravy, right? But you know what you also got on the table is that $83,000 Bitcoin. I know Thanksgiving's long gone, right? This has been months ago, right? We got New Year's Eve dinner. Sorry, guys. Right? Been a long day. New Year's Eve dinner, right? You got everything on the table right now. You know what's on the table? $83,000 Bitcoin. You gonna take it? A lot of people are, I don't know. I don't think I want to touch that. Come on, give it. Bring it over here. I'm gonna show you guys. Give it over here. I'm gonna take it. I'll buy it. Yeah, and then a few weeks later, you're gonna be like, what the heck? Why didn't I? How did he know? Like, how did he know with such a high degree of accuracy it would get to this area and then bounce so violently? Well, maybe you should be watching the stream a little bit more. Because you keep watching it, you're going to see what we're talking about. We're not just BSing you. Like, there's some real stuff going on here.
No, it's definitely real. I think everybody sees that.
This ain't no crypto news bros that are just going to go over the news, right? You want to go watch the news bros? Go watch the news bros. See where that gets you. I did that for 2-3 years. Got walked on. Got completely wrecked. Everything, like, it was nonsense, right? All the good news was bad. All the bad news was good, right? So...
Well, when people are buying the rumor and selling the news,
there you go.
Sometimes the news can hurt. No news is good news, right?
Yeah. So how long are you going to keep falling for the same tricks? How long are you going to keep watching your same homeboy on YouTube telling you the news and saying this is a great time to buy, and then a week, 2 weeks later, it dumps in your face 20-30%. How long are you gonna, like, at that point you should fire them. They're fired. Like, you shouldn't even be subscribed to that channel anymore. They keep watching them.
Yeah, right? That's a good point.
Why?
Good point.
Why didn't you subscribe to the Manic Money Finance channel? Better yet, why didn't you put in a comment in the live stream about some coin that you wanted us to go over and have us go over the technical analysis, so that way you can mirror that, right? You take the chart and then you draw the flag, then you pull the Fibonacci. right? Then you set up the limit order. Then you set up the demo trade right alongside us. Yes, in the beginning, it's okay to demo trade alongside us, right? To get the moves. It's like, I don't know. I'm a musician, so when I first, played guitar, I would play other people's songs, right? Because it's easier to kind of get influence from another artist. So you kind of emulate the other person until you can kind of get your own concepts. That's the same thing right here. There is an art form to this, 100%. Everybody has their own unique way of doing it. I'm no different from anybody else. But you're going to have to follow along with somebody who has been spending more time, say on the guitar or piano, until you figure out your own way around it, right? Until you figure out, okay, this is where C is. This is where G major is. I know the G major scale now. Like, that's the charts, right? You got to start doing your scales. You got to start doing just practicing some songs that you like, and then understanding the theory behind those songs, right? That's what the next step is, right? Once you learn the song, right, and then you learn the theory. Oh, that's why it works. Oh, that's because it's a 1-4-5 progression. It comes back to 1. I knew it. That's why it sounds like that. Same thing with trading, right? Same thing. Oh, that's why we came back to the 786. That's why we pulled a Fibonacci there. That's why we drew the flag and we were anticipating a draw on liquidity. Right? It's going to take you some time to get to that point. And this is why we say, if you're trying to throw real money into this and you don't understand, say, you're like your scales, you're basically getting up in front of Tomorrowland, or you're basically getting up into some massive venue that, and you don't even know how to play a scale, and you're expecting that you're going to be able to play along with all the professionals like Elenium, or like all the Tiesto or Armin van Buren. You're going to be playing on the same stage as those guys, and you think you're going to be able to hold your own? Come on. Let's be realistic here. You got some practice to do first.
Oh yes,
And
practice makes perfect, man.
let's be straight. Doing this, you're basically hanging out with sharks. They're looking for their meal, right? The trading is you're hanging out with sharks. They're gonna eat you alive if you let them.
Good times. Well, on that note, I think I have to. I got to go take the dogs out and stuff.
That's good. Yeah, we had a good stream here. What is this?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Like we put so much time into this, folks. Like there's you gotta subscribe. Come on.
Oh yeah.
We have so much information here. It's impossible for me to put this all into 1 or 2 hours. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. But if you watch the stream every day, you're getting an education here. That's for sure.
Oh yes.
You ain't getting this anywhere else.
Yep. I mean, this is definitely the place to be. TradFi, crypto, combination of both. You definitely don't get that on most channels. That's for sure. And a lot of these
it's
guys
either one
now,
or the other.
Yeah, a lot of these guys now, they're just taking money to shill coins and stocks, and they're trying to pump stuff in the pre-market so you can be their exit liquidity.
And as you see, we don't shill coins. We're not shillers. And even if we were to be given an opportunity, I'm gonna let you guys know. And in anybody right now, I'm not going to shill your coin, right? Just because you're going to throw us a bunch of money, right? I'm not going to do it because that's going to damage my reputation. We're only going to go over stuff that we personally believe in. We're not sponsored by anybody. There's nobody giving us money right now. So now right? Yeah. There is no conflict of interest on this channel, right? There's no reason for us to lie to you.
I mean,
right?
I'm willing to sponsor stuff that I actually use and believe in, but that would be it. I'm not gonna be, you know.
Yeah, but we have to believe in it. And if it can't just be like, oh, we're gonna pay you some money and talk about our coin, and there's really nothing behind it. I'm not gonna do that. That's not me.
No, I meant
Right?
products, more
Sorry.
products than anything. You know, like the pre-workout I use or my vitamin C supplements, something like that.
Well, that's different. I'm talking like there's and if you don't know, people, a lot of the crypto bros, I'm sorry to say, if you didn't know, these crypto companies will reach out to them asking them to shill their coin when there's nothing behind it, right?
Yep, absolutely nothing.
Right? And we're not going to sell our souls, right? We're going to only give you guys real information, right? Just because someone throws us $500,000 doesn't mean we're going to just, oh, we're going to talk about your coin and saying, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world, you should buy it. No. And then all of a sudden it turns around and dumps on them, say like give you a Hawk Tua kind of action there. I'm not going to be caught in that. I'm not stupid.
Heck no. Oh.
And there's a lot of that going on right now. We are not going to be those people, right? We're only going to bring you top tier information here, right?
Good times. Good stuff.
All right, guys, I think that's a great place to leave it off. We did a really good job here. Like we keep saying, guys, if you have any coins you want us to go over, if you want any TradFi, you need to put it in the comments down below, and we're going to go over it in the next stream because we need a list, right? We need some content. You guys are going to help us out.
Yeah,
right? We're going to give you a shout out, everything.
You can comment in the video after we go live too. I will see it. Yep.
Like for example, like NASCAR All Out, that dude like gave us some crazy trades. Like
I know.
It's still shouting him out. Like, come on.
I know day
these
gonna.
People are making a show.
One day soon he's gonna jump back in here with just some crazy stuff, man. In a good way, of course.
Yeah, and the bigger we build our team, because I consider, NASCAR All Out, you're a part of our team. We need you. We need you on this team. We need you. We need you guys because we're gonna get better and better and better. Because
I need
you have to
some pit passes to a NASCAR race.
Yeah, we'll go get we'll go to an actual race. We'll go down there. We'll buy whatever. We'll buy food for everybody.
Film content.
That's how it is. All right, that's how it is.
Yeah.
So we need you guys, the viewers, right? You make this channel. We're relying on you to give us some crazy stuff that we'll be able to, oh my goodness, we didn't even look at this. And then we'll bring it to the audience and then everybody benefits, right? That's what we're looking to do.
Oh, yes. Good times, man.
All right, guys. It's a great place to leave it off. I'm going to make some dinner. I'm getting hungry here. It's been a great time. We got New Year's tomorrow, so strap in, right? We got some crazy stuff that might happen in the next 24 hours.
I'll be caffeinated tomorrow too, so.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so the monthly candle right now is we got 21 hours until the monthly candle closes. So we need to keep an eye on this, right? We need to see what happens. Now it's looking a little sketch. I'm not gonna lie, but let's wait. We still have some time. So let's see what happens. We'll catch you in the stream tomorrow. How do you think of that?
Oh yes. Oh yes, we'll give you a little progress report on this one. So we'll be watching the market
we got
tomorrow.
A lot of videos. We got new videos coming for the new year. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you like what you saw here today.
Subscribe.
Right? And don't forget, you want us to go over something else, TradFi, crypto, altcoins, any meme coins, anything. Put it in the comments down below. We'll go over it tomorrow. I guarantee. I promise you.
Oh,
got my word.
We check every day, every stream.
That's it. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna get some dinner. It's been a good one. Peace out.
Have a good night.